Does public art matter?
Wait, what even is public art?
Public art is art that exists in the public realm and is therefore freely accessible to anyone and everyone. It serves as a way to beautify and visually enhance a city, engaging the community and stimulating thought, feeling, and discussion.
I think that it can be argued that public art serves no function and is uninteresting.
Well, actually, public art gives identity to communities and the cities they form. Public art offers the opportunity for the expression of individuality, both within neighborhoods and cultural centers, as well as in the broad spectrum of a city as a whole. Public art has the ability to put a city on a map, identifying it by creative landmarks and significant destinations of interest. It can also act as a means of signifying important events or moments of time. Public art can serve to mark historical events and encapsulate city history. This history could otherwise go unobserved or become lost in the hustle of daily life, when ultimately it has the ability to impact generations of people if publicly and appropriately showcased. Public art can, in this case, become iconic identifiers for a city, symbolic and representative of a city's past and present culture. Many public art installations serve as commemorative monuments and honor lives worth remembering and celebrating.
It seems to me that public art is too expensive for what it actually is. All of the money that is spent and allocated for public art could be spent elsewhere. For instance, improving the infrastructure of our city by improving city roads and fixing potholes, or creating more social programs and putting on festivals. Spending money on public art is throwing away resources.
It is important to note and remember that artists are contributing members of society. They make up a portion of communities and cities that pay their share in taxes and fill societal roles as needed. To deny artists of their ability to create art for public spaces is to limit their skills and purpose. At the forefront of many social movements, artists are involved in societal causes and contribute to stimulating change.
Public art takes up valuable space and doesn't invoke a higher level of thinking. Kitsch, for example, is purely for visual pleasure, and someone could get the same amount of satisfaction from a park bench or a fresh walking path, satisfying the needs of the society.
By allowing and encouraging the creation of public art, support is shown for the visual arts community and enhances the aesthetic pleasure of a city. There are many ugly areas within cities, and public art acts as a way to modify otherwise unpleasant areas into something that is visually pleasing. This also has the potential to spread art into the lives of those who would not otherwise regularly encounter it. Art can be experienced in the day-to-day lives of citizens, whether it be with a trip to the mall, library, or gym. By making public art, art as a commodity becomes available for all demographics of people to engage with. It does not limit the audience or place restrictions based on societal status. This helps to stimulate an interwoven sense of community and acceptance, as well as provoking inspiration and different ways of thinking among citizens, and encouraging interaction with public space.
Well, what about art and art galleries? What's the difference between public art, or art that's displayed in a gallery? Isn't it all public art?
For starters, public art within our city is permanent, whereas art that is in galleries is on a rotation. Art galleries have exhibits that remain for an average of 6 months, and then are replaced with new collections. Public art installations within the city are created to last, especially if they are erected as memorial pieces or historic signifiers. Additionally, public art is deemed public for that very fact. It is public and accessible to all. Art galleries have entry restrictions, the most common being admission prices. Art galleries need these fees to ensure their upkeep and building maintenance, whereas art that is in parks or community centers can be enjoyed, regardless of social status.
Wow, I'd never put real thought or application into what the value of public art could be. Thanks for the conversation.